Hey, what's up? Um, there's not a lot of MLB The Show videos out there at the moment, especially about hitting. It's not really that popular of a game at the moment compared to like Madden and everything. It's a great game, but this year is just a little different. I'm just gonna show you guys some hitting tips that can help you. Now, I'm not really the best, but I consider myself pretty good. Decent stats right there. I've been playing mainly online since 15, but 15 is when I really started, and 15 was different. Pitch speeds were faster. 16, the pitch speeds were just tuned down a little. 17, so. 18 at the beginning, they were really slow, and now they're pretty decent. When I was playing the MLB 19 beta, pitch speeds were way faster. Felt like a hybrid between 17 and 16. So a lot of people are gonna have trouble, and that's where I'm here to help. So I'll show you my universal profile. Show you when I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, 17. I didn't really like it, but apparently I hit pretty decent. It's more just late than everything. 16 was my favorite. You could just turn on the ball. It went 500 feet. So it's a good game. This game, it was just power over everything. I got bored of it pretty quick, so I stopped playing and had decent stats. So I'm gonna show you some tricks that I like to use. We'll go to custom practice right now. What team? We'll pick the Padres since they suck, and I'll show you. I like using Hosmer. Alright, we'll go here. We'll go here. So while we're waiting for this, I'm gonna go more in depth than most videos because there's not really that many videos. The video that I found most in depth and helped me a lot was Cardinal Bird's video. He's quit because of the hitting, but at the beginning of the year he came out with a great video that I feel like would help a lot of people, and I'm gonna take my ideas from them. So we'll hit. Well, we'll hit off Jansen. Jansen's pretty hard to hit off. We'll use Hosmer. I'll also go righty and lefty. Show you first. I'll show you. This is repeat right there. So just so you're sure, I am hitting on legend. These are the settings I like to use. It differs. I feel like reticle is the best because there's nothing in the way. You can see the ball all the way in. Wedge is pretty advanced, but whatever helps me. I'm on and off because I don't really play that much. So Kenley throws cutter, slider, sinker. Now with a pitcher like this online, they're probably gonna bust you inside with cutters and maybe sinkers outside. Throw the slider low in. I see a lot of that online. And with a pitcher like this, it's good to have a quick bat because you're gonna probably see sinker and cutter most of the time. You have to be disciplined. So see sinker inside. I like to start my PCI. Sorry about that. I like to start my PCI middle in. Maybe just move it a little bit just so I'm not so static. But if you're like this, you're aiming, it's hard to hit anything in the middle because you're gonna overcompensate on everything, and that's the most common problem I see in beginners that are just getting in the game. They like to aim it up here. Now that pitch, that could be crushed if you're holding it like this because you just have to drag down like this. It's very hard to hit a pitch in this quadrant of the strike zone right here. But if you're right here, that was a bad hit, but if you're right there, it's more easier to get to it, and it'll help you in the long run. It takes a while to get used to. It took me a while, but once you have muscle memory for it, you'll be good. You'll just hit bombs. So my next tip is this one I feel is most important: where to look at the pitcher. Do you look at the ball coming out the hand? Do you look at the logo on his cap? Do you look at his cleats? My favorite right now is looking right at his cleat in that area right there. Looking at that, and then once he's starting to come down with his front leg, then I like to look at where the ball's at. So I like to look at his cleats just right now on the Nike logo, and then I look at the ball coming in. It helps me a lot. I feel like it's better when it's pitchers that throw more 3/4 and sidearm, because you're able to read it more. So like Kenley, he throws over the top, so you're not gonna be able to see that, but I'm hitting pretty bad right now. Sorry. So yeah, just keep on looking at the cleat all the way in, then explode. Boom. Piece it up pretty good, but it's on MLB The Show. My next tip would, there's a lot of people out there, speculation, take until you get 2 strikes, attack, swing first pitch. It doesn't really matter. I feel like taking until you get 3 balls, it's not going to happen as much when you face intermediate players, because they know how to throw strikes and they'll pound it in there, and most of them don't really have that good of a, I don't know how to say it, but they're very disciplined and they could get it in. So what I like to do is I like to attack the first pitch, because mainly it's just going to be a fastball. Like right now he's throwing sliders and cutters and sinkers and all that, but we'll put on a different pitcher. We'll put it on, who's a good righty? Dodgers don't have that many righties. We'll put it on Baez. Throws like 95, 96. But flat fastballs, in my opinion, this year are very easy to hit. They just didn't move. That's why the game was so sinker dominant. So you could expect a lot of fastballs from Baez. See, I was late on that, but jeez, he's throwing some heat. So yeah, that's it. Lefty on righty, I feel you just have to watch this quadrant. Outside's so easy to hit, you just barely move it over and it's gone. But for lefties, like Hosmer, his swing, it's more like a Cody Bellinger swing. They can't really hit anything in as well, as I've noticed. I've yet to be taken yard by Bellinger or Hosmer or anybody like that on a pitch inside. In low, I mean. It's very tough to do. Those guys, they like to go middle and oppo with their swing. Now, there's a lot of different swings in this game. That one, my opinion, the best swing that you should take players for, it's probably, if he's on here, I don't see him on here, but Janikowski has one of those slap swings where it's more of a slap, and that, in my opinion, is probably the best swing. That one-handed swing that Margot has right now, I think it's probably the worst swing in the game. You could square up the ball and it'll just be a loop. That's why so many contact hitters are bad in this game, because they have this swing and you could barely get to the ball. Stripling throws a lot of sliders, so I'll show you this. So when I go righty on righty, I mainly think of this area. This is where I'm gonna crush. Anything out here, we just have to sit back. We have to have a fastball approach when we're facing a righty like this, or else we're gonna get beat inside on very hittable pitches, and we're only gonna be able to hit this part of the plate if you're good enough to get it there. So, man, I'm hitting like doo-doo right now. So that pitch was outside. Took it the other way. Stripling, I noticed in here, he likes to throw a lot of sliders and changeups. Yeah, that was a slider. So just mainly watch it in right here in this area. This area you should be able to crush. Most good players just destroy pitches in, but it's pretty simple. It could get hard to get used to, but Alright, lefty on righty is pretty explainable. We'll do a lefty with a sinker. That's mainly what you'll face. So Alexander, he throws like 91, 90. Slider's pretty good, but he has a sinker. Sinkers are probably the toughest pitches to hit in this game, honestly. In 17, they were good, but they weren't as good because of all the late home runs and all the BS that was happening in that game. That game was a mess. So, yeah, lefties, I normally just like to look for pitches low. Sometimes I'll cheat and I'll put it right here just so I can hit the pitch right here. In my opinion, it's easier to adjust up than low, because if you go low, you're probably going to hit the top of the ball. But if you start low and you go up, you'll get lucky and you'll probably hit the bottom of the ball, which is what you want in this game. I don't know about 19 from what I played. Contact hitters weren't so different as they tried to fix it, but contact hitters are the same. I feel like power hitters are going to be good again for another year. We just have to be patient. So yeah, that's mainly my goal of this video, was to just help people out that are new to the game. I still logically don't know how 19 is going to play. I don't know if they're going to make any changes or differences, but I know for a fact it's going to be different and people are going to be upset because they don't like changes. So yeah, that was my little tutorial. I hope that helps some people out. And if you want me to do a pitching tutorial, I'll also do that. And peace.